Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge, and I have to congratulate my really good friend, Pimp on a Blimp, Alex Stein. Now, you know what? I started out as a fanboy, watching his stuff online, figured out he was on the Blaze, watched that, have him on my show every Wednesday on my show. So started out as a fanboy, and now we're friends, and now you're celebrating your 200th episode. Do you think you can make it 200 more? Hope so. Love you, Alex.
So somebody told me you're having a big to-do. I'm still amazed they let you do over 100 episodes, but now you're on your 200th episode, Alex Stein, over at The Blaze. Congratulations, my friend. Let's see if you can make it another 200. Keep kicking ass, spitting truth, and making folks laugh. Congrats, Alex.
Congratulations, Alexandria Stein, on your courage and bravery and everything that you've done for the trans athlete community. And congrats on your 200th episode. Keep being a pimp on a blimp.
Congratulations on 200 episodes. Woohoo!
To everyone's favorite pimp on a blimp, congratulations, Alex, on your 200th episode. You've come so far. And honestly, think about all the times that you could have been canceled with all of the crazy things that you've done that would have honestly gotten a normal person canceled. And somehow it's only elevated you. So cheers to 200. Here is to 200 and 200 and 200 more.
Hey Alex, it's Morgan. I wanted to say congratulations on 200 episodes, dude. That's freaking awesome. I also wanted to say thank you for being a great person and an even better friend. And I think I speak for all of the chat rats when I say that we cannot wait to see what you come up with next.
We
Thanks
love
for
you,
taking
Morgan.
us along with you on this ride.
Queen.
Alex, this is Matthew,
Yes,
Isla, and
Peanut.
Olivia Adams. We just wanted to congratulate you on your 200th episode of the Prime Time
I
with
made
Alex
that
Stein
cat.
on the Blaze TV. A lot of great memories over the episodes. Personally, my favorite one is when you sang me happy birthday last year. That was really awesome.
What's up, guys? Yeah, listen, I keep telling you how great this is. I was just talking to Lila Hart about Casper coffee. It's the most delicious coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. This stuff is so delicious. Plus, it's got 2 times the caffeine. You know, it gets me all amped up, man. It's crazy. But, yo, Alex! What's up, man? Congratulations on your 200th episode. Are you kidding me? Pimp on the lip!
Thank you, Scott.
Hey, here's to another 200 episodes. I hope it's 200 billion episodes.
Wait, what the heck? You guys are all doing this behind my
Alex,
back?
congratulations on your 200th episode.
Tim!
If anyone was willing to pay you to be on TV for that long.
Ha!
What's up, Alex? My brother, man. I love you, man. You like a brother from another mother, for sure. I appreciate all that you do, man. You're such a genuine, kind, funny guy. Congrats on 200, man.
Congrats on 200, pimp. Here's to 200 more, buddy.
Thank you, Brandon.
Alex, it's your producer,
Tiffany.
JVT, and baby Tiffany, and we just want to say congrats on 200 episodes. Aren't you proud of your Uncle Alex? You have crushed it. Thank you so much for bringing me on board. It has been a wild year and a half, and I'm so thankful I get to be a part of it. And thank you for fake punting my baby in front of Laura Trump. Say hi.
You're welcome.
It's Lummy here from the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Pimp on a Blimp, Primetime 99. You're the man. It's been great getting to know you. And congratulations on your 200th episode. And cheers to so many more.
Cheers. Thank you, Lummy. We love you, Bubba Army.
Alex, this is your lawyer, John Gross, wishing you congratulations on 200 episodes.
Thank you, John.
Your work is breaking ground in First Amendment law for all Americans and is also making me very rich. So keep it up. God should bless you with continued success.
Thank you, John.
Congratulations, Alex, on your 200th show.
That guy raised me.
I'm on my way to the airport, but congratulations. I love you. Bye.
Congrats, babe, on your 200th show. I am so proud of you, and I can't wait to see you do 200 more. I am so blessed to get to be by your side every day and experience all of these fun and crazy things that you do with you. I am so excited to see what the future holds, and I love you so much.
Alex, I'm very proud of you. Congratulations on the 200th show. I love you very much. I'm very proud of you. You've done a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you, Dad. Wow, 200.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the claims. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome I love you. Thank you so much. Wow, you surprised me. We got some cookies. 200 episodes. Let me eat one of these cookies. Wow. Okay, guys, what a great show. There is one complaint. Pre, come here real quick. Hurry. Who put that together? Did you put that together?
I got all the videos and Jimmy put them on.
Okay, so you and Jimmy are both fired because you should have told me, because guess who was missing from that?
Who, Fro? I tried
Well,
to get a video from him.
my biological stepfather, Tucker Carlson.
Oh my gosh.
Babe, no, I loved it. I love it. I had to throw him back. No, I got emotional. I'm sad. Oh my God. These are still warm. Okay, we also have Lila Hart in studio. And for our 200th episode, guys, we have one of my favorite broadcasters of all time, one of the best broadcasters of all time, Anthony Cumia, as well as a very funny podcaster and a great guy, Ben Avery. So we got a great show this evening. Lila, did you get emotional from that? You want a cookie?
I did. That was so sweet. And Paige, he was crying. He was trying not to cry.
I was trying not to cry.
It was really sweet.
I was trying not to cry. I was holding back emotions. And then you know what helped me not cry? As soon as Jimmy brought his baby on.
No, but you got choked up when you saw Paige. That was sweet.
I did get emotional when I saw prepaid wireless. That was thank you so much. I'm just kidding about Tucker, even though I could have easily reached out and got that done. But I'm not mad. I'm just so happy that I'm loved by so many people. And Bubba, thank you, Bubba. Everybody in there. Dan Ball helped me out a lot. So let's get into the show, but we always have to pay the bills. Guys, if you're like me, you're eating all these dang cookies and your hair is crazy, but you want to grow your hair out longer, I got something that'll help you. I recently got my heart checked by a doctor, and he said, wow, not only are you handsome, Alex, but you have an amazingly healthy heart. And I was like, are you lying? I just had a heart attack. And he's like, well, a little bit I am. But I smiled and I said, Dr. Oz, I take liver health formula. Many of us that have a sluggish fatty liver, it makes us gain weight and lose energy. And for decades now, your liver has helped with over 500 key functions every single day. It's time you help your liver. There is a solution. It's called Liver Health Formula. It's an all-natural supplement that helps recharge and protect your liver. So if you're looking to ignite your fat-burning metabolism, boost your energy, and transform how you look and feel, try Liver Health Formula. And when you do try it, you receive a free bottle of our blood sugar formula to reduce those sugar cravings. You get that free when you order today. So if you want to look good while shirtless, you need to try Liver Health Formula. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Alex and claim your free bonus gift today. getliverhelp.com/Alex. Okay, wow, what an emotional start! I didn't expect that.
That was really, really, really sweet. Congratulations, 200 episodes, woohoo!
Hey, Alex, but before we get into the show, Paige has been planning that since before Austin. So we give her all the credit. So great girlfriend move. Seriously, that was so thoughtful, and I had the fun part of putting the video together. So great job, Paige, and congrats on 200 episodes.
It's almost like Paige is a better producer than you are. What? He edited it together. A guy on Fiverr could have done that for $7. I would have got an Indonesian guy.
Yeah. Let's get into the show.
All right, now we welcome on one of the funniest guys in the entire world, a guy that I personally look up to, and a guy that I think is an incredible eye at spotting talent. The one, the only, Anthony Cumia. Anthony!
Oh, my goodness. Hello. Congrats on 200 episodes. That's amazing, by the way, especially in this day and age. You should have been thrown off, canceled, everything else. But somehow, I think things are changing, Alex. I think things are changing. So congrats on 200, many, many more.
Well, Anthony, things are changing because there was a time when you tweeted some bad stuff and they fired you from your job. And now your Twitter is like literally the funniest Twitter account on all of Twitter. I know, I'm not even kidding. Everybody needs to go follow Anthony's Twitter account. Did you see I gave you a shout out on Tim Pool's show? I said your account was great.
Yes. Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the ironic thing about Twitter and myself, I had my account originally many years ago. Like when Twitter first broke, I got it because I was in broadcasting. So I got Anthony Cumia. It's my name, Anthony Cumia. Easy. Well, that didn't last long. I got canceled for saying that Black women especially tend to have this jump to violence that you don't really see in a lot of other communities. And they summarily removed me from Twitter. I had many accounts after that, fake accounts or whatever
Compound
you want to call
boss.
them.
No, you were still
Compound
making
boss,
waves.
A lot of them. Now, Elon Musk let me return with Anthony Cumia, and now I post the same stuff I posted that got me removed, but now I literally make money like talking about Black people on Twitter. It's astounding.
It is beautiful. It is so funny. Just your commentary. I think they said there was, I don't even want to pull up the tweet. We might get a strike, but they're like, they come up with a drug that keeps people docile. And you said, oh, maybe we should put that in Popeye's chicken. And I laughed for 30 minutes, Anthony. But okay, let's get into a little bit
that
of.
one got like 5 million views or something.
That was such
Crazy.
a funny tweet. But that's because you're brilliant like that. And I'm not trying to just kiss your butt. I'm just saying you are very funny. So what do you think about Joe Biden? Everybody's saying he pooped his pants. What do you think?
I was earlier on my show, I was saying, I hope he pooped his pants. I want to believe he took a dump right there on the beaches of Normandy. But we kind of went over it, and it does look like there's a chair handle there, and he was trying to sit. And then Jill tells him, hey, dumbass, you can't sit during this whole tribute to these soldiers. So, yeah, I like to believe it. I'm going to go on with the line that he was taking a dump, even though I know I'm just going to be like regular mainstream media. I'm going to see it and just say what I want it to be, and then it is true.
Yeah, but it's almost sadder that if he, like you said, taking a poop, that'd be good. It's almost sad that he can't even stand up for a very important ceremonial thing, that he can't even.
It's not good.
No.
None of it is a good thing. It's not like there's an excuse. Well, no, he was, doing this. It's all bad. But the taking a dump part is really funny and sad. And it just kind of shows the dilemma we're in as Americans here.
Well, Anthony, and I talk about this all the time in my private life, and the reason why I like you so much is, I was a Stern fan, so like at first I was kind of an Opie and Anthony.
I was too.
Yeah, so, of course you were on a show, for the O.J. Simpson song. No, I remember, but I'm saying I got into Opie and Anthony, when they started kind of mentioning you, and you guys had the war and Patrice and this and that, but Howard sucks now. Howard sucks. You're way funnier than Howard could ever be now. I mean, I'm not even just saying that. Like, he couldn't even hold a candle to you now. But when I think about the day and age of the Howard Stern versus Opie and Anthony, were you ever worried about getting fired? Because I know there was so much contentious beef.
Yeah, I was constantly worried about getting fired, and we did get fired. So it wasn't like I was paranoid. I had come from, obviously a blue collar working job. I was in air conditioning and heating, and until my 30s. So when I finally got into radio and realized this is so fun, it's so easy, you make so much money doing it, I was petrified. I was
Andy,
totally petrified.
But you're the last class to make any money doing radio. Does anybody even make money doing radio anymore, really?
I don't think so. It's all like, first of all, you're in a minefield. The second you open your mouth about anything or try to be funny, you don't even realize you said something racist, homophobic, whatever. So you're gone. And then even if you just follow the rules, they just want you spinning records if you're a music station, reading liners, or just going with whatever the company line is politically if you're a talk show. So it's over. That whole era, like so many other things that were great in America, it's just over.
Okay, I was just talking to Dave Landau, and Dave obviously loves you. He was talking.
Love Dave.
Yeah, but he was talking great about you. But he was talking about the days when you had Artie at Compound Media. So talk a little bit about that. What's the craziest Artie Lange story that you have that you can say on the air?
Oh, dude, it was always insane. Like, it was Keith the Cop's idea to get Artie as my co-host. And right from the start, I was like, dude, I know Artie. He is not the most responsible guy. And I'm good friends to this day with Nick DiPaolo, and Nick worked with Artie and told me, he goes, dude, this guy is a disaster. Funniest guy you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But he's just a disaster to work with. So it was difficult. We got him on board, and he was, he was addicted to heroin. This is no secret. And he was very undependable. That's what happens with heroin, I think. My personal experience working with someone that's a heroin addict, they're not very dependable, Alex. They don't show up on time, if they show up at all. But he was hilariously funny. We used to have to, here's one of the stories that are just crazy. We used to have to get him a hotel room, literally 3 doors down from the studio, so he could stagger over there, do his drugs, and pass out. We got a call from the hotel at one point saying, we will not allow him in here anymore. We asked why, and they showed us pictures of the room. There was blood like a hooker had been murdered in this hotel. He had done so much coke and heroin that he just, and you saw his nose at the end, it was completely collapsed. He had lost so much blood on the sheets. It looked like a Japanese flag when he was done bleeding on all the sheets and couch and stuff. So he got banned from the hotel for bleeding on everything.
Wow, that's some inside baseball. Okay, Anthony, how do you have such a good eye? Because you've developed Michael Malice, Luis Gomez, Legion of Skanks, Dave Smith. You've incubated Sam Roberts. There's a lot of people that have had a lot of success from you. So what is that?
Yeah.
How has that happened? Are you mad about all these people getting successful? You should be happy, but I'm saying some of these people are majorly successful, and it's basically a lot of it is due to you.
Yeah, obviously an equal share of the credit has to go to Opie. It was the Opie and Anthony show. Yeah. And Opie was good at finding people that could be funny on the air and whatnot. I was just happy to be there, especially at the beginning. But I think it was more just, I don't want to see your byline. I don't want to see your act that you do on stage. Like, if you could sit and just hang out with us as a person, a funny person, which these comics were, a lot of these comics were, that's all it took. And the people appreciated the hell out of it. It wasn't like they were being sold tickets to a comedy club by the guy doing 3 of his jokes from the act. It was, I like this guy as a person because he's funny. He can hang out and, you're busting balls with each other and it's hilariously funny. And people really picked up on that. So I think the show itself and the atmosphere of the show did more to expose this talent to people than just us going, hey, that guy's funny. Like, you just had to be a funny guy. You know him. You knew him when you hung out with him in high school or college or just, busting balls on a job site if you were in construction. So you just know who's funny. And you just gravitate to want to hang out with those people naturally,
Well, they always said like Howard Stern would be a tough room, but I imagine that would be much tougher in there with Patrice O'Neill. And then you have the legendary bits at the beef with Bill Burr. Nick DiPaolo's in there. I'm just saying, that's a tough room to stick out. That's you had some killers in there.
When you sat there with Colin Quinn and Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, these guys are murderers. And if you had any doubt or any self-consciousness about hopping in that ring when they were just going back and forth busting balls, if you were it and you said something or you wore a shirt they thought was goofy, you were what we called in the barrel. And the primary directive of being in that barrel was getting out of it. So the only way to do it was to throw some crap on someone else and be funny doing it. So you couldn't delay from your mind to your mouth. And sometimes a bomb would come out and you'd bury yourself deeper. And it got that much funnier. It's a room full of funny guys is the greatest time a man can have besides, the obvious. Yeah. But it's always funny. It's just guys being guys has always been on the job, at comedy clubs, at the bar. It's always been just such a great thing,
Oh, and yeah, that's the most fun. And I got to shout out my girl, Chrissy Mayer. You've developed Chrissy Mayer. Now she's blowing up. I'm just saying, it's a count. Now
and
you got
Lila over there.
Lila, put us in a 3 so we can see. We got Lila.
Should I say curse?
It's you know what's so great though is your show with Gavin. When you and Gavin are together, that is some of the most funny, uncensored content ever. So what do you think about Gavin McInnes? He's a guy that's helped me out a lot that I like so much.
I love Gavin. He's definitely genuine. He's very original. His crimes against mankind are that he's too good at satire and parody. People take him verbatim at whatever he says when 90% of the time he's goofing on something or he's doing a parody. He does have his ideologies that are, in conflict with a lot of the left that we see these days. But he's very funny. He's brutally honest sometimes. And he's a genius. Like, this guy has done everything from bring up a property like Vice when it was at its peak, not the garbage it turned into later. And he literally built a militant group that became a worldwide phenomenon that affected elections and world events by making a joke.
But Anthony, you did it too.
Joke.
Anthony, it happened in your studio. What do you mean? You deserve
right here.
Yeah. I mean, you did it too in a way.
I know the effects of compound media and the people that have done shows and Gavin and my experience on the streets of New York and how I got fired. All of it culminated in this global change and events that happened. It's so weird when you think what the roads, what timelines we might be on if none of that ever happened.
Well, honestly, I'm going to bring up the elephant in the room, and it seems like you guys talk good about it. Why can't you and Opie, now you guys don't really bash each other. I'm not saying you guys should do a show, but why don't you guys come back for another interview? Because I know after he got fired, you guys did some phone calls and stuff, but it doesn't seem like there's any more animosity because I hear Opie talking about you. The only thing he says, oh, Anthony's racist, but everybody kind of knows that's a joke, right? I mean, that's not a real thing. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Everyone except black people.
Well, yeah, that's very fair, but I'm just saying, it just, you guys had lightning in a bottle. I know you can't re-get that, but I just kind of I want to live in a world where, you guys are at least friendly. I just think that the world would be a better place.
Yeah, I kind of got to the point where I just kind of felt like I didn't want to be at war with him. Yeah. Like a hot war. Then we went through a cold war. And now it's just kind of, we leave each other alone. Like, I'll give him the props he deserves, especially with the Opie and Anthony show. It was the Opie and Anthony show. So, but we've gone off in different directions. We have a totally different viewpoint on life. Back in the early days of Opie and Anthony, we were, even though I came from a blue collar environment and he went right from college into radio and whatnot, we had so much in common, just how we viewed the world and whatnot. We are on opposite ends of the spectrum now. So even if we can be civil with each other, I don't think there's anything we can find common ground with to even talk about. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's what makes a good show. Anthony, people that disagree, I mean, Tucker Carlson, that's was his first thing. You guys should debate. That would be great. Anthony versus Opie or Opie versus Anthony. That would be a great show.
A reunion
I mean, that would be so good. But listen, you're a better producer than me, but I just said that's what the people want. Okay, now I want to react to a couple things while we have you, just only for a few more minutes.
Sure.
What is this? Have you seen the Star Wars clip going around? Let's play that. Is it a clip or is it just a screen grab, Jimmy? Okay, yeah, let's play this clip.
I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you bracing yourself?
Star Wars. Not the
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well,
we're going to be talking about
very
it.
Not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun element of it?
No, I don't think so.
That's
and yet
rude to
people
nerds.
have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly...
Yeah.
You're offended?
Into it. No.
imagine being in a room.
Okay,
with these
turn this
people.
clip off. I can't even watch this whole clip. Anthony, why are they turning Star Wars gay? Why? I mean, what the heck?
Well, everything's got to be gay, Alex. What are you talking about? But I'm amazed, and using the fairy tale kind of tradition of Disney, because Disney owns Star Wars. It's like they took the goose that laid the golden egg and just smashed it against the porcelain sink until it was dead. You have Disney, that property was just forever the most amazing property for movies and entertainment and amusement parks. And then they get Star Wars. You're handed this successful franchise that, it's almost impossible to screw up. Well, they figured out how to do it. Woke garbage that they think I don't even think they believe the audience wants to see that. I don't think they look at Star Wars fans and do all kinds of tests and whatnot and find that they love gay. Like Star Wars fans are all about gay characters. They're nerdy, straight males that pretty much can't get laid, but they want to.
Yeah.
And they like the fantasy aspect of it. They love the heroics and they can imagine themselves being one of the characters. The gay thing is purely self-serving, woke nonsense. And how much longer Disney can bleed money with bomb movies, bomb attractions. They turned Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bayou Adventure or something, and it's just a bore fest because they had to make it more ethnically diverse. It was one of the most popular rides at Disney.
Yeah, Splash Mountain.
Now people are saying it is so boring, and they just did it just to make it woke and involve people of color. So they don't know, they can't screw up enough at Disney.
No.
Well, that doesn't make sense because I thought black people can't swim, so they wouldn't even ride.
Oh
my gosh, Lila. Now
Speaking of Disney, how did you get off from It's a Small World tonight?
Boom roasted.
It's a miracle that I'm here. Also, I just want to say Anthony is a very good karaoke singer, by the way.
Anthony has the best voice. Anthony's one of the best impressionists out there. This guy can do impressions like anybody. But Anthony, I want to tell you this real quick because Blaze is doing a documentary about the FAA and air traffic controllers. And you always post clips. You don't want some transgender pilot, or you always, you post your pilot because you don't want two women in there. I don't blame you. I agree.
Yeah. I look for the elbows. When I walk in to the plane, I look to the left onto the flight deck, and they're doing their job, but you could see their elbows on the armrest, and I just look for two elbows that look like Sully Sullenberger's elbows.
The greatest pilot ever.
I know we're okay.
Well, but listen to this. This is what I'm going to tell you. You fly every week. I fly basically every weekend as well. The real problem is we're doing a Blaze original documentary is that the air traffic controllers have a terrible DEI problem. And so now, literally on the test, some people will be the most qualified, but they'll be disqualified for the color of their skin. This is for air traffic controllers, and now we've had more near misses than we've ever had, Anthony. So doesn't that make you sick?
It makes me frightened in a way. I mean, look, I don't care if DEI is like, I go into a deli, I order a coffee and a sandwich, and my coffee comes out without cream and sugar, and then you go, this fucking guy with the. Oh, could I say that?
You can guys. Yeah, we don't give a damn.
Okay, I was trying to be good.
No.
I go, this guy, like, that's one thing. Now, what do you have? Oh, you got a coffee you didn't want. That's fine by me. I don't care. With things like police and firemen, and especially anyone in the aviation industry, maintenance, pilots, air traffic controllers, you want the best qualified guy, the most qualified guy right there doing the job. And I've heard a lot of these tapes coming out of air traffic control during these instances of near misses. And look, I can hear a dialect that I've heard.
Is that what you're saying? A black
here on the streets of New York City. I hear the same dialect. So you know what's going on. It's frightening. They are literally putting everyone in danger to push this agenda that no one wants.
Okay, now, so Anthony, if you got a couple more minutes, I want to introduce you to a great guy. He's a big-time podcaster. His name's Ben Avery. If you're familiar with Tim Dillon's podcast, he was the producer of it, and now he's got an incredible Patreon, The Lemon Party. He said that he's a fan of yours, so I wanted to introduce you. Ben, welcome to the show. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Happy 200th episode. And can I just say, Anthony, O&A it's the golden standard of broadcasting, in my opinion. And I'm
Thank
happy
you.
for all your success. I know it's hard, especially competing with, Opie's live streams they're pretty damn good. So
He's doing what he wants to do. How do you look at me? Look at me.
Hey, well, let me defend Opie. Wait, Ben, let me defend Opie. At least he's doing it from a penthouse in a beautiful beach house. Even though he only has 67 people watching,
is true.
he's still doing it in a nicer house than you and I are in, Ben. That's one thing. And you know what? And Opie he's not as talented as a broadcaster as Anthony, but hey, at least he's persistent. He's still broadcasting even if nobody's watching. So I give him credit.
Still doing it.
Yeah, he's
Look,
still
the
doing
truth of the matter is I'm just trying to soften the beach because when my new book comes out, I did. This was written about over a year ago. So I was still battling with Opie, and there's some stuff in there that he's going to be very angry with. So I think that might reignite this feud.
I just read your first book, Anthony, and I'm really excited for the second one. Was Opie mad about stuff in the first book too?
Yeah. He was pretty mad about stuff in the first book because I talk about a lot of the hypocrisy that was going on at the time. I talk about in this book, I talk about the firing and how he didn't really stand up for me with the bosses and whatnot. But look, time heals all wounds, doesn't it? And then you put a book out and rip them back open again. By the way, also, I want to apologize in advance. This book is a pamphlet. I got a copy of it. It's the thinnest book. It's like a child's book. It's like a pop-up book.
Yeah, but
I don't know what happened. But
Anthony, your
I said
audience,
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, your audience doesn't want some long, huge book. We want something short and sweet. So I think that's better.
That's true.
Brevity,
That's true.
brevity is the best thing. Okay, and listen, we can tease Opie as much as we want, but if you think about it, we go back. What you did, you got mad at that woman. She hit you. What he did was way worse by filming a guy take a shit. I know you think that was much more controversial, in my opinion. What do you think about that, Opie? I mean, Anthony. Sorry.
What? It is very controversial, especially these days with HR in these offices and the harassment, sexual harassment, whatever. So yeah, I think taking a picture of someone in the bathroom was probably worse than me going on Twitter and explaining exactly what happened during my assault in Times Square in 2014. So yeah.
Maybe if he would have stood up for you then, Anthony, then that wouldn't have happened. So it's kind of crazy. So,
I hear you.
So Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. 200th episode. That's why I wanted to have you on because you're such you're such an influence of mine. I still go back, and I'm sure Ben, are you the same? I still go back and listen to Opie and Anthony to this day, all the time. But that's
people send me clips. I love it.
I asked you that though. You probably have to be so mad though that those clips are getting millions of views and none of them are on your channel.
It's not. I feel like Gilligan from Gilligan's Island, where he didn't get residuals. I was just like, what happened? I got to be Gilligan, but I don't get any residuals from it. So yeah, I wish.
Well, Anthony, you're the man. Like I said, I look up to you. I think everybody should go follow his Twitter account. It is the funniest account on Twitter. It is a little. Yeah, do not read it at work. You might want to look at it when you're not at work.
Brutally honest.
Yeah, but it is brutally honest and incredibly funny. And Anthony, anything you want to shout out before you go?
No, just thank you, Alex. And of course, I think you are amazing. You have balls of steel. When I see those clips of you in Washington walking around calling out these politicians, it's hard to watch. Yeah. Like it really is uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable watching it. Not like I'm going to turn it off. I have to watch it to the end. But I'm like, oh my God, what is he doing? This is crazy. How the hell can he blurt this out to these people? And it's stunning. It's amazing. It's what's so needed right now with these condescending, pompous douchebag politicians. So yeah, continue what you're doing. 200 episodes. I love it. And all the best. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Oh, for sure. And
I got to get out there.
I'll see you soon, Anthony. Thank you for coming on and blessing us with your presence. Have a good one, Anthony. Everybody go subscribe to Compound Media and go follow Anthony Cumia. All right, Ben.
Hey, can we have a bunch of super chats. I just want to read them.
Okay, what are the super chats?
So Robbie says, Alex, congrats on your 200th episode. You kick ass. Keep the episode coming. Alti Eric says, happy 200, bro. As someone who majored in media production, take a moment to thank the sound, light engineers, and camera crew. Everyone has done an amazing job for 200 straight. And then this one, I'm guessing this is a fan of Ben Avery. It says, from Ben Avery. Ben Avery is a major intellectual and spiritual trailblazer. He bridges the sophomoric South Parkish absurd with the enlightening ideals of literature and spirituality gained by actually reading books. John is homeless. So Ben, can you explain that?
I don't know. That just sounds like someone who's very unwell. Who's
that was Jace Avery. That was Jace that sent that, correct? Or was that Devin?
Yeah, that. For all I know, that could have been Opie. Who God only knows.
Okay, Ben. Let me tell you something. You don't know me from Adam, but you and I have a connection that is stronger than blood. It's a little beverage called Coke Zero. Now, when I tell you that I drink 6 to 10 of these a day, I am not exaggerating. That is not hyperbole. That is a fact. Why are you so addicted to this delicious beverage?
Because of aspartame.
Not to look.
I mean,
cool.
you know what's in it, right? It's.
No, I have no idea what's in it. I never really read it. What's in it? Can you tell me?
I'm retarded. I thought Coke Zero didn't have aspartame in it, and that Diet Coke did. They both have. It's the same thing. And supposedly it's the worst thing you can possibly put in your body.
Yeah, I heard it's very cancerous in that it didn't get approved in the early 80s because the testing they did had terrible results, but they were able to pay off the FDA. Pepsi was able to pay off the FDA or something. Have you ever heard that conspiracy?
No, I haven't heard of that. You're the conspiracy guy. I've never heard of that, but that sounds about right.
So this is how I like to take mine. I like to get this.
Oh my God.
That's how I drink them.
Dude, I had an uncle that would drink about 8 every morning. Before lunch, he would have 8 Cokes.
8 hard Cokes, like real Cokes, sugar Cokes?
Real sugar Cokes. He had 8 of them, no food.
And he weighed 500 pounds? I mean,
he's a big guy, you know. God rest his soul. I mean, he is still alive, but you know,
God rest
his soul.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in exercise. He said that the heart has a certain number of beats. So if you exercise, it speeds it up and you die faster, which I've heard. The only other person I've heard say that was him in 2004 at Thanksgiving, and then also Donald Trump.
Well, and dude, that actually does make sense. They say it's diet is the most important thing. But I was actually seeing another conspiracy theorist that people don't realize our heart has to beat perfectly our whole entire life, even as it's forming in the womb. Now, we don't realize it's a machine that can never fail. So it does probably have a limited amount of heartbeats. Wow, I love that conspiracy. I'm going to steal that.
I mean, he's still alive, and he's fat as shit, so, and he's old, so.
I'm overweight myself. I need to probably meet this guy. Okay, let me just get one more for this interview.
It really is the best soda. There's nothing better. Especially, do you like to go to AMC and get like a cherry vanilla thing from the...
Are you kidding? Dude, I go and I do a diet suicide where I do every flavor.
Mm-hmm. I pretty much just go to the movies to have soda. I don't even care what I'm seeing. Seeing some.
Do you still go to the movies? Because you talk about it on your podcast, I guess. But when's the last? I haven't been to a movie in 4 years since the pandemic.
Oh yeah. I went to see. I went to see Civil War.
Oh, nice.
Do you think we're gonna have a real Civil
recently.
War? One of my best friends, Tim Pool, thinks that we're all gonna be shooting each other in the street very soon. Do you think that's a possibility?
Well, I think what the movie got right is that most of the country doesn't care at all and are pretending that it's not happening. So that's what the film really gets right. They drive to other towns and it's like, oh, there can be guys with AR-15s and like people are like, you know, eating cat shit off the sidewalk and stuff because there's no food. And it's just people that go, yeah, we don't acknowledge that that's real at all. And they just have a town. And that's like 90% of the country pretends there's not people with tanks and people infiltrating the White House and stuff. And that's me now. I don't read the paper. I told you when you asked me to come on the show, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I can't be political. You're a political guy, right?
From a little bit, yeah. I mean, I think 9/11 was an inside job. What do you think happened on September 11, 2001, Ben?
I think people with funny hats got a call to get out of there. I don't know about you.
Oh my gosh! So you know about the texting app? You know about the Israeli-backed texting app that everybody got a notification on the morning of? So you've watched some weird documentaries. You've been down the rabbit hole.
But I just don't. I just completely tune out. But then I see videos of you. You're like in AOC's backyard, like with a boombox and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this guy's It's completely the other way.
Yeah, no, I'm insane. I'm not, I'm just mentally ill. I think that's what it comes down to, Ben. And speaking of being mentally ill, we don't have to talk about it too much, but I abused my producer. His name's Jimmy. He went to Princeton. Like, I literally abused him. We should have played
This is the great Jimmy Von Tron, right?
Yes, Jimmy Von Tron is exactly what it is. Princeton graduated. He's vaccinated. He just had a baby. And tell him he named his baby. Tell him who you named your baby after.
Remember the crazy plane lady? That mother effer is not real. I named my baby Tiffany.
Well, tell him the story. How that.
Oh, so Tiffany Gomez, when she started doing media appearances, I tweeted at her, "I will name my unborn daughter after Tiffany Gomez if she comes on the show," and she actually retweeted it.
Yep.
So lo and behold, I have a daughter named Tiffany.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm a man of my word.
You got cocked into naming your daughter Tiffany.
I mean, it's not a bad name, but yeah.
It's a good name. Let's be real, but it's not a bad name. It's a pretty name.
It's a good name.
I
But
mean,
the name is important. It informs her whole life. It's going to shape her entire life.
Mhm.
You understand that?
The most famous woman on the internet for a week.
Is Benjamin a good name, though? Or did you like that? Did people call you Benji? I mean, I was Alex. But they say Al. The 10 names that are going extinct, Al is the number one name that's going extinct on that list. What do you think about Ben?
Al?
Al. Yeah, I'm Alexander. I don't ever go by Al, but I just read it on Daily Mail. But what do you think about Ben? Was it tough being a Ben?
Ben's pretty good. I know my mom was going to name me Cal, C-A-L, like Cal Ripken Jr. Remember him on the Orioles?
Of course. The greatest baseball player, longest lasting, the Iron Man. Who doesn't know Cal Ripken?
And the nurse goes, everybody's going to call him Cow if he becomes a big fat guy. So then she called me Ben, which makes sense. You got to really be careful with what you name your kid. I just named my daughter. I'm not going to tell you her name, but I think I chose a good name.
I'm going to name my son
But,
Adolf. Adolf is what I'm going to name my son.
That sounds exotic. I like it.
Young Dolph's the name. You remember Young Dolph, the rapper Young Dolph?
No.
You don't know who Young Dolph is? Well, he died tragically, but yeah, he was named. His mom named him Adolf, and he's only I think he was like 25 when he died. So more people are named Adolf than you would think. What do you think about that, Ben?
I know that there's a lot of Hitler's relatives living in Long Island, and their names are literally like Ralph Hitler.
Wait, are you serious?
And like Bobby Hitler.
Wait. You know that Hitler went to a secret base and did not die and lived in South America, correct?
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
And did you know a thing called Operation Paperclip that we brought over the top Nazi scientists and spies and engineers to work on our space program?
I thought they identified Hitler with his like dental records and stuff, though, right? And someone has his skull, supposedly.
No, sure, dental records. Yeah, 1942 dental records. I'm sure they had a good old X-ray. Come on,
Alex,
Ben. How much aspartame are you drinking?
You're Jewish, right?
No, I'm actually not. Even though my last name's Stein, I'm actually not. Because my mom wasn't Jewish, so I'm not technically a Jew. But everybody calls me a Jew and blames me for a lot of stuff and say that I'm a penny pincher and that I caused terror attacks and that I'm pulling the strings and that I'm responsible.
See, because I thought you were to Jews what Candace Owens is to black people, essentially.
Maybe, actually. A little bit. I mean, kind of in a way. Yeah, in a way. I love Candace Owens. She said dinosaurs are fake. Do you believe dinosaurs are real or fake?
Fuck. Almost up until like maybe 5 years ago, I thought man walked with dinosaurs because there was this Christian scientist that came to my church when I was a kid and showed us a bunch of photos of man's footprints over dinosaur footprints. Or under dinosaur footprints, I'm sorry. And he went through the text and explained that the earth is only 6,000 years old and that man lived with dinosaurs, which is hard to, I don't know if that's, there's things in the text because the Blaze TV, I'm allowed to talk about the Bible on here, right? You guys aren't going to shut me down.
No, we love the Bible.
I tuned in before this. There's some white lady talking about Paul on the way to Damascus or something. You guys have like sermons on here.
Allie Beth Stuckey,
right?
Yes, she's very spiritual, and she's one of our biggest podcasters here. She's faith-based.
And this is TV. This is the Blaze TV.
Well, we're on some TV networks, yes, but we're also on the internet. We're also on our own platform, yes. But you can say anything about what are you trying to ask for permission to say something controversial? You have full permission.
Well, I was just wondering if this is TV or if it like Glenn Beck just calls it Blaze TV. I don't know if it's actually television.
Well, you can watch it on the Roku, you can watch it on the Amazon Fire, you can watch it on a bunch of sticks. So yes, you can watch it on your TV. It's TV. So.
I mean, I guess I'll start calling my podcast TV.
Yeah, call it TV, man. Listen, we're not here to argue semantics. What we're here to do is drink Coke Zero and party for my 200th episode.
I'm just saying, it's not like, it's not like what I
Everything's on
do is the
TV
same
now.
as
Everybody looks at their phone, Ben. Everything's a TV.
Look, I didn't mean to offend you on your big party.
Well, you did. You kind of poo-pooing on my party. This isn't a lemon party. And tell them what a lemon party is, Ben. Why don't you tell the audience what a lemon party is?
So, lemon party, and this is
not
why
your
it's funny
podcast, what a lemon party actually is. Your podcast is great, but what is...
Oh, no, I am.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, by the way, we are the top SEO search now. So it's like a search engine optimization hack that we're like taking back the name. But what's fun, it's if you went to lemonparty.org back in the day, you basically trick a buddy like, oh, you haven't been to lemonparty.org, and then people would go, and the website was just one photo of 3 elderly guys sucking each other off, which is funny, but it's even funnier that one of them's Asian. It's 2 white guys and an Asian guy. And they're all sucking each other off in a bed. And I think someone tracked those 3 guys down. I think they were all dead now because I wanted to get them on the show. But no one knows who took the photo.
That's the killer.
Do you drink lemonade
That's my
on your
Zapruder
show?
film. Like I'm
this is Lila
what's that,
Hart.
Lila?
Do you know Lila Hart? Sorry to introduce you. I didn't introduce you.
I used to see her at comedy clubs in LA a lot. Yeah, walking around. She's very, very lovely and very funny.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering, do you drink lemonade on your show or just Coke Zero?
No, just big glasses of pee.
Okay. And I have a conspiracy about the Bible. So everybody thinks that Eve ate the apple, but I don't think she ate the apple. I think that's a lie.
You think Eve ate the what? I'm sorry, it cuts out sometimes.
I don't think Eve ate the apple. I think Adam ate the apple, and he lied about it and said she ate the apple.
Well, there's also the serpent seed theory that when the snake told Adam and Eve that not to eat, this is what happened. God said if you eat the apple, you die. And then the snake said eat the apple, and then they didn't die. And supposedly there's a conspiracy that God was a bad guy, and the snake was good because God lied, because when they ate the apple, they didn't die. I'm not
You're
saying
describing what Gnostic Christianity is. This is what the Gnostics believe, which was an early sect of Christianity, where the Bible is inverted, is that the world was actually created by an evil, malevolent force, and that the Gnostic means gnosis, which is knowledge, and knowledge is the beginning of wisdom. So the serpent was actually Jesus or God or whatever that came to them and whispered in their ear how to break free from the chains of the flesh and like ascend, essentially. But who knows? It could be a bunch of junk.
What do you think about the Tower of Babel? Genesis chapter 11, verse 9. You flip that, that's 9/11. That was about Nimrod building a tower to heaven, basically to kill God. Do you think that and then God made them all split up into different tribes so they couldn't communicate. Do you think that they're trying to reverse? Do you think they're trying to reverse engineer that plan so that we're under a one world order and that we're basically enslaved by a global elite?
Sounds good to me, man. I want to live in a box like a puppy on the side of the highway. I want to live in a big government cube with a tube that comes in and they just pump that pink sludge that they make chicken nuggets with. And I have a big iPad hovering over my bed and I just poke it and like play Candy Crush and stuff. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, with artificial intelligence, you'll be able to wear a helmet and then they'll be able to give you an IV. You'll be intubated, basically. And in your digital world, you can be like the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You can do whatever you want. So you would sign up for that program if you could plug into the Matrix?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think years from now, we'll watch that movie, The Whale, and we'll go, how the fuck did that guy get in such good shape?
Dude, Brendan Fraser, you love Brendan Fraser. What is your deal with Brendan Fraser? Dude, you always talk about Brendan Fraser. We have a Brendan Fraser graphic.
Did you immediately pull him up?
Yes, dude. You love this guy, man.
It's the greatest performance I've ever seen. It's so fucking good. It's unreal.
It's better than The Mummy, better than the first Mummy.
Yeah. Better. Not better than Bedazzled, though. He should have got the Oscar for that.
That was actually... That was and Encino, man. I mean, dude, Brendan Fraser, he's actually a very talented guy. What do you think about, though? You just love this role, or actually are you a Brendan Fraser stan? What's the deal?
Well, the best thing about the movie is I've seen it I saw it I think 6 times in theaters.
Are you kidding me? Well, are you kidding me, Ben? You went to it 6 times in the movie theater?
In 3 different states, even.
Oh my gosh.
And so here's what's great about the movie is depending on the mood you're in, you go into it, you're fucking laughing your ass off the whole time. It's the best comedy you've ever seen. And then sometimes you go in and you identify with Charlie. It's amazing. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. You can, every time you come back to it. And by the way, the movie does stink. I do want to point that out. It sucks ass.
You saw it 6 times and it sucks?
Yeah, because every time you go back to the well, it's completely changed. It's this strange iconoclast where what do they say about if you see Buddha coming down the path, shatter your image of him and continue on because he's ever changing? That's the whale for me. It never.
The whale is Buddha.
Yes. It's an amazing powerhouse performance. And he's jacking off to gay porn in the beginning and then he dies of a heart attack. I mean, it's pretty good. And that's sad, but also that can be funny depending on how you feel.
You're like, Anthony Cumia would think that's funny. He probably loved that part. That was his favorite part of the movie. Okay, now, listen, we don't have to talk about Tim too much, but my producer, the guy I make fun of, listen what he did.
Jimmy Von Tron.
Yeah, Jimmy Von Trani. Jimmy, post what you did. Tell Ben what you did, dude.
Yeah, so I invited some of my favorite celebrities to my wedding, and at the time, Tim Dillon was my favorite comedian. So I emailed.
Still is.
Well, after this, it was a little harder, but I emailed his assistant, say, hey, I want to send an honorary wedding invite. What's a good address? And she said, oh, just send me a picture of the invitation. I'll make sure Tim sees it. I got so excited. I screenshotted the email, put it on my story, said, maybe Tim Dillon's coming to the wedding. And I tagged Tim Dillon. And then I got this DM the next day. Take my assistant's name down. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Please tell Jimmy how big of an idiot it is, Ben. You can be as cold-hearted and ruthless as you want.
I mean, a guy like Jimmy, what is there to say except that I imagine the man steps on rakes with any given opportunity.
Yes, I'm not. You don't even know for 5 minutes, and that Jimmy could solve a very complicated math problem, but he would have a rake hit him in the balls. So, you know what I mean?
That's actually happened.
That's the best description anyone's ever given a Jimmy.
Man, you're very astute, dude, and you don't even know the guy. Just from his emails, you could tell that.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you want in life, right? And you could tell this guy just wants a fist right in the fucking jaw every 30 minutes to remind him he's still alive.
Yeah, but Ben, at that point in my life, Tim Dillon was my hero, and to have your hero DM you saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It unnerved me.
Now you sound like a pussy, Jimmy. Dude, you're sharing his private information of his employee, dude, on the internet.
I didn't realize it was private. I got excited.
By the way, I'm sure you have DMs like that from Betty White.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
He posted Jerry Jones. He did all. I mean, dude. Jimmy. Who are some of the other big people that did send you wedding gifts, Jimmy?
I got one from Shaq. He sent me a signed copy of poster of himself, and then Ernie Johnson sent me $200, and then Adam Sandler sent me a signed poster.
Shut up. Ernie Johnson from TNT sent you $200?
Yeah, he went to my registry and wrote me the nicest note ever. He's the best person in America. He said, congratulations on getting married. My wife and Cheryl and I will be celebrating 40 years this August. I hope you surpass us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was written by his assistant.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, no, I DM'd him and he responded on Instagram. I said, thank you so much. And he sent back
Jimmy's the guy who thinks he's texting the OnlyFans girls, and he's not.
Jimmy gets catfished by guys all the time. I'm catfishing him right now. He doesn't even know it. I have pictures of Jimmy's wang right now that I could blackmail him with at any time because I have Epstein Island vibes on this show. Okay, now we got to give you a lightning round of questions real quick. 9/11, you already said, was kind of funny. People got a weird text message. Now,
Oh, yeah. Look up Black Eagle Trust Fund. Google it. Yes,
All right.
go on.
1969 through 1972 Apollo moon missions. Did we land a man on the moon?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're a moon believer, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's the one that it just actually makes sense.
No.
Come on, I've seen the Rogan episodes.
Yeah, so you've seen Eddie Bravo. Okay, are you an Eddie Bravo flat earther, yes or no?
Wait, are you guys actually flat earthers?
Everybody's a flat earther here, dude.
I think it's a dome.
Everybody here's a firmament domer, dude. What? Like, come on, Ben. What is your problem, bro?
This is you guys. This is like
it's biblical cosmology. Biblical cosmology.
This is
biblical cosmology.
Have you guys seen Jim Carrey's The Mask?
Of course, one of the greatest movies ever.
Like you guys are just wearing the mask so long. Like I don't know if it's a character or what's going on. But you guys can't seriously be flat earthers. You're not that fucking retarded.
I am that retarded. I'll tell you that I am that retarded, man. And I've been retarded my whole life. That's why I was in the special classes. How about that? How do you deal with that? I am that retarded. I'm one of the most retarded people you've ever met. I'm one of the most high-functioning retarded people you will ever meet. Now what do you say?
He's retarded.
I'd say, I'll say this. I'll say this about your career, Alex.
Okay.
I think you have a great plan B if the bottom falls out. Because you just go to Israel.
And work for Mossad?
Yeah, well, you stop telling this whole lie that it was your father was the Jewish one or whatever.
And then I could just go be Tel Aviv is one of the gayest cities in the world.
Is that true?
That is true. Has Tim Dillon ever been there? It is one of the gayest cities. Have you ever seen Tim have gay sex?
You got any other questions for me, Alex?
Have you ever had gay sex with Tim?
Any other questions, Alex?
Just checking. That's cool. No judgment zone. Ben, tell the people where they can find you and how they can support you before you go.
Patreon.com/Lemon Party. We're really growing over there. We put out extra episodes every week. And my Twitter is @BenAvery'sGood. And you can find Lemon Party, one word, just Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We're having a good time. And shout out to my brother Jace, who I do the show with, who's very funny.
And
who I
Devin,
love a lot.
Devin.
And Devin Costa is very, very funny guy. I love those guys.
And Ben, one serious thing. I know we've been joking a lot. Probably a lot of people are like, oh, he's going to go on his own. He's going to fall on his face. And now you're crushing it. So how does that feel now, kind of proving all the haters wrong?
It does feel pretty good because I got tons and tons and tons of, and like people don't know what happened, right? And they assume all these things and they send me all these horrible emails and messages. And the most common message I get now is, hey, I was clicking on your show to see how bad it was. And I was pleasantly surprised to find it was actually funny. So they go into it closed-minded, and I like the fact that they go in and then I win them over.
Yeah.
So that does feel good.
That's
So
awesome.
that feels good. But I mean, I'm not like I'm happy anybody listens at all. And it's fucking a miracle. It's amazing to me that anybody likes and enjoys the show. And I'm grateful for all of them. They're fucking out of their minds. They're insane, but God bless them.
Ben, you're incredibly
I'm the
talented.
luckiest man in the world.
No, you are. You're incredibly talented. I think your podcast is going to keep succeeding. Your Patreon numbers are great, dude. You're on fire. Thank you for coming on the 200th episode. And anything I can ever do to help. And I know you were on Sam's show recently. Sam Hyde's the best.
Yeah, Sam's the best, and he gave me so much good advice. And and I stayed at Nick Rochford's house. God, they're the best dudes out there.
And I think Sam Hyde's probably the funniest content creator out there, personally. Lila was on the show too. Lila's on World Peace too.
Oh, you are? Okay, yeah. Cool. I got a link to the thing. I'm gonna watch.
Check it out.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that or whatever.
No, you probably shouldn't have, because I'm gonna actually leak that link and try to say you did it. All right, you rule, Ben. Talk to you soon, man.
Bye, Ben.
All right, God bless. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys, if you like this show, you're going to love the merchandise we have for this show. Go to shopblazemedia.com today and check out all of our great merch. You got everything from a Pimp on a Blimp tee, hats, our Big Booty Latina icon stickers, and a whole lot more. And of course, there's all the other Blaze Media merchandise right there at your fingertips. Everything from Blaze Heritage and Blaze Media Collection, jackets, t-shirts, hoodies, socks, mugs. There's so much more there you're going to love. Go to shopblazemedia.com today. Check out my merchandise as well as everything else from Blaze Media, and be sure you use my code BLIMP10 for 10% off. All right, now, do we have another ad read we got to do real quick? Oh, yes. This is our last ad read, then we're going to have the crescendo. The cover-up. The trustworthiness of Dr. Anthony Fauci has been up for debate for a long time. I think you and I know that despite the media's campaign to defend his character, there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on behind the scenes. We know that they lied about COVID. We know that the statistics were inflated, and we know that Fauci is tied into it all. If scientists, doctors, or journalists spoke out against Dr. Fauci, they were silenced immediately. What were they trying to hide? Now that their lies have gotten some attention, they're doing everything they can to distract us and make us forget about COVID. Lest we uncover the depths of their deception, you didn't forget how these policies and the pandemic changed our nation and your day-to-day lives. We haven't forgotten about it either. We're still here dealing with the repercussions today. That's why we teamed up with Free the People to release The Cover-Up, a docuseries available this week on Blaze TV. It exposes Fauci for what he is. Our government failed us. They didn't press Fauci hard enough during his hearing. Blaze TV and Free the People won't fail you. The Cover-Up docuseries dives deep into the COVID agenda and their lies. So go to FauciCoverup.com/Stein and use the code FauciLied to get $30 off your annual subscription to Blaze TV. Okay, now come on set. Esper, prepaid, come on. Let's end the show with it. We're going to, come on. 200 episodes, everybody. We got to chug some more soda. Where's my screwdriver? Come on.
Come on.
Come on, let me chug this. This is Esperanza. This is Lila's beautiful mother. Hey. She's my Filipina queen right here. Give her a shout out. And this is my other queen, Free. Come here. My baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. 200 episodes. Make sure to hit that like button. Everybody hit it right now. Click that L for like. And let me do this before we do the freestyle for now. Watch out. Oh my gosh. Jimmy, make sure to clean the carpet.
Got it.
Ah!
Yeah!
Ah! All right. Now, DJ, we end the episode the same way, all 200 episodes with that freestyle finale. Yeah! Coke Zero on the rug, Coke Zero in my mug. Yes, we made a bet, we made a mess, but I'm still the best. Don't you know I like dominoes? Don't you know I love all the hoes? I'm a pimp on a blimp, but I only love one lady. She drives a nice Mercedes, and she likes to eat chicken fried steak with gravy. And I got Lila. She's the best co-host in the world. She is my best friend too. What are you gonna do? Hit the like button, subscribe. 200 episodes all the way, and I love you, Jose. I'm a pimp every day. I love you guys. Thank you for 200 episodes. We got 200 more.